So for today's reading, we are going to be getting some messages from our ancestors, our lost loved ones, and seeing what they have to say to us today. Thank you guys so much for being here and whatever support you send this way. Really appreciate you guys. Anybody who likes, shares, comments, subscribes, leaves timestamps, donations, hits the little super thanks button. Anybody who makes purchases, thank you guys so much. Also, anybody who sends anything my way through my Amazon wish list, which reminds me, I do actually have some phones on there too, and my phone's been lovely lately. So if anybody wants to fix that, you can go ahead and send one my way through that app. Somebody who has gotten free questions from me a fair amount has actually messaged me complaining about the sound quality and the visual quality lately, and I was like, you know what? Maybe if people like you actually gave back for what I give to them, then guess what? I'd be able to do that. Anyway, so let's get into this reading and see what our ancestors and our lost loved ones have to say to us today. We got Cancer, definitely some family members that are looking to reach out from the other side. Taurus, Gemini, Intelligent. You might actually have a ex-best friend who's looking to reach out through that method as well. Scorpio, we have this little house swatch thing too again. That came out during yesterday's reading, during the pick a card yesterday with the crushes. So somebody may want to go check out that one. And this little Christmas tree came out in the same reading actually. There could be a sibling for some of you that you have lost that is reaching out from the other side as well. For some of you, an ancestor wants to tell you about a sibling that's been blocking something that they left behind for you. They definitely want to tell you that they are so proud of you for the care you've been taking of your family, the nurturing, the love, the joy that you bring people around you is something that they want to highlight here. They definitely feel like you are an inspiration to a lot of people. A lot of people look up to you. A lot of people find hope from you. Joy with presence. C. W. O. Cow. J. Cash cow. K. Just kidding. Y. E. A. Car. F. X. Fax. L. Z. F. H. G. T. Hay. Fay. Fly. The song that just popped into my mind was If I was invisible, then I could just watch you in your room. Hearts were unbreakable, then I could just stay where I stand. I could make you mine tonight if I was invisible. Oh wait, I already am. Jacksonville, Florida just popped in my mind. Tailgating, toll, hog, fox, toxicology report, flow. An ant could definitely be here trying to reach out as well. Yet. Yeah. When yeah popped in my mind, the song Yeah by in my mind. Sure got the beat to make your booty go. So this is a poem I wrote when I was about 14, 15 years old. Guys are all the same, or is it just me? Am I insane? Or can you see? Do you believe, or do you just receive? Because a lot of girls just take the worlds and never learn all the facts. Mostly they just get dumped in the trash and incinerated into ash. Not even a call, so how can you stand tall? They say you're still friends, but is that how it ends? So, for some of you, they are looking to reach out about your love life in some sort of way. Maybe you have dealt with some players, some people that have not been completely honest about who they are, what they want, what they're doing. A locket could be important. Fairfax. You're better than that. They want you to know that you are definitely worthy of love as well. We have this wound that is being covered up with a band-aid here. So some of you, they may feel like you are just kind of band-aid and it's just not working. Your energy may be feeling a little bit drained at times, especially dealing with people like that. We have the scales of justice and they're kind of like breaking over here. Things need to be balanced out. They definitely feel like you have been used and abused in some sort of way and they are not liking it. They may actually even be planning to take action to balance those scales, honor system. You may have given people the benefit of the doubt. You may have killed. You may have tried to see them from a good perspective in some way. You may have put people on the honor system in some way, and they could have definitely abused that, what they saw as a weakness. Flowers. If anyone here has an altar where they leave flowers for their ancestors, they want to tell you thank you for those flowers. There could definitely have been somebody that was a gardener that spent a lot of time around flowers, that really loved flowers, and they definitely want to tell you thank you for bringing them flowers to leave them. Heterochromatic. What is the name of that other one? There's a thing where you like absorb your twin. I can't remember what it's called right now. A lot of times when people are heterochromatic, that is what happened, is they absorbed their twin. Oh, we also have Pisces, intuitive, and we have you. There could be something breaking down for someone. There could be somebody that has drained your energy in some sort of way here. And there could also be someone who has stolen a gift that belongs to you in some way. For some of you, there's somebody that's going to be bringing you a gift. And this gift is something that is meant to create peace, balance, harmony, and love in a situation. Justice is getting ready to come in for the wrongs that have been committed. More money, same problems. Less money, same problems. So a lot of times money isn't going to solve the problems that you have going on in your life. Some of you may be feeling like money would solve the issues or the problems that you have going on in your life. But it's a deeper rooted problem than that. Some of you might even be getting a first-hand look at people who have a fair amount of money and have the same problems as you do, or very similar problems to the ones that you have. money flows freely. I feel like if money hasn't been flowing very freely in the past, it's going to start flowing freely towards you. But you're also going to learn a lot about, because I feel like a lot of you, you may not have had much money throughout the majority of your life if this part of the message is resonating with you. And so you're going to get a first-hand look at what it's like to have more money. Some of you could have had a brother that passed away as well. There's going to be a very big transformation coming in. There might even be a transformation caused by someone's death that's going to be happening in the near future. Virgo. Some of you might actually, when this person passes, the transformation that ends up happening could be something to do with really opening up more to the esoteric, opening up more to the spiritual realm, opening up more to your gifts. You might be deciding that some of the logical things. 11:44:22. Hi Rashima, nice to see you. 2:22, nice. Because that's what's on my screen right now is 22. 42. Yeah, some of you might be running into some things that are illogical, that don't really make sense. And it's going to make you question your reality or question the way that you think about things or the way that you handle things in some way. Scorpio again. Hidden things, hidden secrets, hidden knowledge, hidden understandings. Meeting at night. Graveyard magic. Death, sex, and taxes. There could definitely be something here as well about something that was left to somebody. Whether that be something physical or spiritual, something that was left to somebody through a death. And whatever this is, there's some sort of injustice surrounding it. Empty couch. Waiting and waiting and waiting as the time just goes on and on. Somebody might actually be waiting for somebody to come home and they may never actually make it home. Somebody could be dealing with empty nest syndrome in some way as well. Three, two, one, fight. Ding, ding, ding. So, there could have been a fight about money after somebody passed away as well. Or there could have been a fight about what they had or things like that. And if that's the case, this person wants peace. This person wants somebody to create peace by bringing a gift of some sort. Somebody may even want you to use your gifts of peacemaking to bring peace to a situation. Maybe a situation between a brother and a sister. Maybe even multiple siblings for some of you. Somebody may feel like somebody is very entitled, or somebody may feel like somebody has everything. Somebody may feel like somebody has everything handed to them. 14:41 and 33. Somebody could feel like the youngest sibling is very spoiled in some way. Or they kind of get everything that they want on a regular basis. I can buy my own flowers. I can hold my own hand. I can talk to myself for hours, say all the things you don't understand. Which is taking me back to that poem I read at the beginning, too. Somebody's ancestors may want them to be okay with being single at this time, be okay with taking care of themselves, loving themselves, showing themselves all the beauty and joy that they're looking for from a partner. Two of Cups, Knight of Wands, Six of Wands, Page of Cups. Somebody may be looking to apologize as well for their in and out behavior, for a third party situation, for thinking that the party life was better than what you were offering in some way. Somebody may be looking to recognize you and give you props for your skills. Somebody may be looking to express their love in some sort of way. And once again, somebody could have been very focused on the energy that you had, and somebody could have been stealing or siphoning this energy in some way. Maybe even using this energy to give to a third party. I feel like a lot of you are no longer entertaining this energy. You're no longer wanting this energy anywhere around you. Three of Swords. Yeah, you've been very heartbroken over somebody not giving what you gave in a situation, over somebody's lies, over somebody stealing, over the way that somebody was taking from you or the way that somebody was using you. Somebody was not giving back to you what you were giving to them. And you were feeling very heartbroken over this, very hurt, in a lot of grief, in a lot of pain, suffering quite a bit over whatever the situation was. And this might have actually affected your giving energy, your loving energy, your kindness. Your ancestors are wanting you to heal from this, wanting you to grow from this, wanting you to learn from this. This experience is supposed to help you to learn more about who you are and what you want in your life and what is a fair and equal give and take when it comes to love situation, when it comes to any kind of relationship in your life. What's an equal give and take? They also want you to take accountability for how much you give without expecting anything or without allowing anybody to do anything in return. Because a lot of times when we're very giving, and people are like, oh, hey, I got this for you. And you're like, oh, no, it's okay. I got it. Well, that was your chance for them to give back to you. And you just kind of told them, hey, I don't need nothing from you. So stop telling people you don't need anything from them and start allowing people to do things for you like you do for them. And also stop giving to the people that are not giving to you. And that doesn't mean, when you're walking down the street and you see somebody that needs something, stop and give something. If you have something to give, stop and give something. But that doesn't have to be somebody that's in your close friend circle now or your close family circle. The people that are in your close friends and family circle, the ones that you spend the majority of your time around, should be giving to you as much as you're giving to them, because otherwise they're just draining you. They can't be a part of that close friends and family circle if they are not willing to give to you in the same way that you give to them. Someone here could definitely be really missing their father. Their father could have been the type to be there to comfort them when they were sad or when they were down. They could have been the type to provide assistance when it came to certain things as well, especially when it came to like financial situations or anything like that. Somebody could be trying to find or replace them in some way. Right now, you might actually have somebody older in your life that is also helping you through a hurtful and traumatic experience or time. Somebody's wanting to compete for your time, for your energy. I feel like a lot of you have decided to no longer give your time and energy to things that are not fulfilling you, to people that are not recognizing you, to people that are not giving back to you in ways. And there might actually be somebody who has noticed this and who has decided that it's time to fight for the joy and the happiness, the light, the love, the beauty that you bring into their life. Some of you, your ancestors also want to tell you that you are ascending in a lot of ways. You're moving up in a lot of ways at this time. The experiences that you've gone through and the level of forgiveness, compassion, understanding, empathy, that beautiful energy of light that you have been stepping into lately is something that they're wanting to recognize and highlight. I feel like a lot of you went through the dark night of the soul, and you could have been very fully engrossed in your dark side. Villain era. Good song. I ain't saying it's the right thing, but I'm going to give you back what you give me. And I feel like for a little while there, you might have actually been giving people back exactly the energy that they gave you. And then you were like, wait a second, what am I doing? Because this isn't me. This isn't who I want to be. I don't want to be doing these things. I don't want to be part of this even. So now instead of giving back that energy that they've been giving you, you have decided that you're just going to pull away from things when they're like that instead. 22 again. I just want to take a minute as well to say thank you to anyone here who supports my channel in whatever ways you do. The likes, shares, subscribes, timestamps, donations, purchases, tips, all of those things. Really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. Don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe today if you're enjoying this message, if you're getting something from it. There could have even been people at some point that were like trying to make you feel good about yourself in some way, and it was kind of a facade because they were just trying to get in close to the power that you had, the energy that you had. And another thing about this card, she couldn't touch that light or tap into that power until she had gone completely dark. 2244. Until she had delved completely into her dark side. And at that point, she was afraid of herself. Afraid that if she ever took power again, she would become that darkness again. And it would consume her and there would be nothing left of her. But in an emergency situation, she had to tap into that power again. And when she did, she realized that as dark as she could get, she could also get just as bright of a light. When it comes to light workers in this world, if you think light workers are all light, then you're fucking nuts or really naive. Because light workers come from darkness. As big as their light is, their darkness is too. That dark void of disgustingness, awfulness, emptiness, horribleness, the opposite portion of themselves is that light, that beauty, that joy, that happiness, that fulfillment, that fullness. You can't have the light without the dark, and you can't have the dark without the light. If somebody has a very small shadow side, then they have a very small light side too. But if they have an extremely large shadow side, then they have an extremely large light side. And I know there's a lot of people that don't believe that. Everybody would like to call people that are in their shadow side evil. No, they're just in their shadow side at that moment in time. And that's what it is. You're on your way to happiness. I'm on the road to misery and happiness. Da-da, 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 da-da. Look how much Shrek and Fiona had to go through to get to their happiness. You are also somebody that's a very privileged young woman or man. Everything that you touch turns to gold. And you leave that gold in your wake. And there are some people that have not given back to you for that, but I feel like they are going to be giving back to you for that in the near future. There's going to be a lot of apologies coming your way. There's going to be some messages of love coming your way. There's going to be people that are breaking free of their own shadow sides and stepping into that light side of themselves and realizing some of the things that they've done along the way that they are not happy about. And there may actually be someone who sees you in your sadness, or sees you in your pain, sees you in your grief, that is ready to fight to bring back the beauty and joy that you are. That is ready to fight to bring back that beautiful, bright light that you are in this world. There's definitely something that has been left to you down through the ages. They want to highlight your family in some way. Your connections, the support that you have, the strength that you have behind you, the commitment of the people around you to lifting you up, to recognizing you, and to bringing you the credit that's been due for a long time. And yeah, some of these people are wanting that light back in their life, that prosperity back in their life, that joy back in their life, because they're like, oh shit, I fucked this up. I didn't even realize that that was coming from this person. Does that make it any less valuable that they're coming back? No. Knight of Stakes. The Four of Cups. And the King of Stakes. Hold on, I want to look at this other card back here really quick again. Aha. So there's going to be some sort of truth coming out as well. There's going to be some truth coming out about somebody's lack of gratitude, about the gifts that somebody may have refused as well, about the lack of commitment somebody may have had towards you, or the lack of loyalty somebody may have had towards you. Somebody knows at this point what they want, and they're willing to fight for it. They're feeling very inspired to go after whatever it is that they want. What do they want? Whatever they want is hidden in the darkness in the background. They may want your intuitive help. They may want the emotions that you have locked away in some way. They may want to be a leader in some way. And they may realize that in the past they were not being this leader that they are capable of being. And they may want to step up now to be the leader that they had the chance to be in the past. And it's going to be up to you whether or not you want to allow this person to be a part of your life and to come back into your life. But if you do, it's going to be very different than it has been in the past. It's not going to be the same thing again. And somebody is also getting ready to come forward and expose truths about some sort of lies. Lies that may have been told because they were feeling ashamed of who they were, or they weren't good enough, or they were feeling like where they had off to the table was not something that you were going to accept, because they felt like you deserved more. And it's not necessarily like they felt like you were shallow in some way. They literally were projecting their own bullshit. They felt like you deserved more, and so they felt like they were not enough. And so they may have embellished who they were in some sort of way. So we're going to go ahead and go through one more group of messagings here. That one was mostly about like some sort of lies going on, people realizing your worth and your value, you making it out the other side of your dark night of the soul, and then other people following you out of your dark night of your soul and coming out of theirs as well. And whether or not there's going to be a humbleness and a forgiveness at the end of that, because that's where your light side exists. Your light side does not exist in holding the grudges and seeking revenge and things like that. So let's see. If you are going to be a good leader, you have to make the best choices and decisions for everyone involved. And A lot of times that includes making some sacrifices on your part, which is why that's why not everybody's a leader. Everybody would be a leader if it was easy, but it's not always easy. In fact, a lot of times it's extremely hard to be that leader energy and to make those decisions that in the long run don't necessarily yield the best results for yourself, but it yields the best results for everyone around you. Self-love is great, and at the same time, there's a fine line between self-love and selfishness. So, we have Libra, we have protection, we have this beautiful little white flower, which is making me think of purity. Taurus, Gemini, the Christmas tree came out again. So there could definitely be some people that you are least expecting that are sending energy of protection. For some of you, a grandma and a grandpa that are on the other side are also sending some energies of protection. But somebody that could have been a best friend at some point, and somebody that could have been a lover at some point, or somebody that could have been a partner at some point might actually be sending a lot of protection your way spiritually. There could even be a sibling for some of you as well. For some of you, you could have spent Christmas with this person or these people. There could have been some sort of holiday function that you spent with these people. These people look up to you. They find a lot of hope in you. They find a lot of joy in you. You lead them like a guiding star. And your ancestors want to let you know that justice is on your side and that these people really are in your corner. It could be people that you may think are two-faced. Could be people that maybe you think are spreading gossip about you. And you know what? They may have even said some things about you, but those things could have got twisted and distorted by other people before they got back to you. And so those things that they're saying about you may not even be bad things, but other people have twisted them and distorted them to where it looks like these people are the ones that are hurting you. 44. Hi, Tori. Nice to see you. L, lip service. I. Yeah, somebody may actually be lifting your name up in some way. P, defending you in some way. R, rest in peace. G, Q, GQ magazine. A, that's a men's fashion magazine, if I remember correctly. Somebody told me what it was at one point because that was coming out regularly at one point. HD, B, HDTV. F, home renovation. B, Facebook. Y, M, S, K, R, H, sky. The sky is crying. Can't you see the tears roll down the street? The sky is crying. G, Y, Z, P, Y, G, E. I am going to turn on this other light over here and see if that helps at all. That did help quite a bit today. Mage. You're a wizard, Harry. Y'all. Y'all come back now, you hear? Lids. Him. And what popped in my mind when I said him was the devil thing on the Powerpuff Girls. He's almost like the little voice in the back of their heads, trying to lead them to chaos and dismay and disorder. Oh, and now the toxicity of our city, You, what do you own the world? How do you own disorder? Yeah, somewhere between the sacred silence is sweet. Disorder, disorder, disorder. Something to suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. Hidden, sad, bad, fad, rid, per, moist. There could actually be somebody that has a problem with certain words. Aggie, the grandmother off Halloween Town, her name was Aggie. Birdcage, greenfinch, linenbird, nightingale, blackbird. How is it you sing anything? How is it you sing? So, somebody here could feel extremely trapped in some sort of situation, held back, stuck, stagnant, like they can't escape singing. Somebody could be having a hard time singing. Well, pay. A couple years back, my mom convinced me to go feel the effects of them for like 3 weeks. But you know what? At 3 days, I was like, hell no, this is not for me. Because a couple days before that, I was at least once in a while singing with the radio in the car. And I wasn't even doing that anymore. It wasn't like it got rid of my bad emotions. It got rid of my emotions. It put a giant blanket over all of my emotions and just made me numb. And I was not wanting that. And it's funny because, you know, some people really enjoy that feeling, I guess. It doesn't actually generally help them a whole lot because, I mean, fuck. My mom's been on antidepressants and anti-anxiety medicine and all that for fucking years, and she's still an anxious, depressed mess a lot of the times. Not to mention, one of the biggest side effects of 99% of the antidepressants out there is suicidal thoughts or ideations. Oh, does that sound like it makes you less depressed? Baggy pants, rider in the sky, shed, shy, pry, skid row, grow, grab, gilded cage. Some of you could have dealt with as well. Lad, lady. Ladies don't start fights, but they can finish them. Euro, like a euro, like you eat. Sled. What are you getting into over there, Bae? What are you getting into, huh? Ugh, those are not your toys. Those are the kitty toys. Knock that off. This is my little baby angel. Isn't she such a little sweet? She's like, I want to go outside, Mom. And Hank. Today we are in my boyfriend's stepdad's house. Ray, Kay, Shayla, Shay, Shady, Brady, Bob Barker. I don't know why I was thinking of Bob Barker, but Bob Barker. And then that kind of led me to How I Met Your Mother for some reason, where his mom told him his whole life that Bob Barker was his father because she got sick of telling him, who the fuck knows who your father is? So she's just like, that guy. And he believed her. And his whole life he thought Bob Barker was his father. And then he found out who his real father is. Some of you might actually be getting ready to find out who your real father is. This was something that was hidden. Somebody wore a mask. Libby. Lester. Mystic. Purge. Pig. Pierce. So let's see what else we got for messages that come out in this one. Be true to who you are. The beauty inside is overflowing. The real you will get you far. Look at the seeds of life you're sowing. What will you reap from the life of a sheep, when instead you could flourish if you choose to take and nourish the real you inside, who is wishing for a change of tide or a solid new ride. So, your ancestors are asking you to be true to who you are, to really tap in to your greatest gifts and powers, to allow yourself to be the real you, and to acknowledge it, love it, and lift it up. And some of you could be like, I'm already being the real me. Sometimes we really do think that we're being the real us until, we look at it a little bit closer and we're like, wait a second. If there was nobody else around, would I be doing this? If there was nobody else around, would I be doing that? And the answer sometimes ends up being no. I am releasing all the negative thoughts and all the negative beliefs about myself and the world around me. I am the creator of my life, and I hold the power to create. I create amazing creations. I have the ability to have an amazing life. Blessings rain down on me each and every day, and I choose to bless others in the same way. I am open to give and to receive freely. And that's a lot of that energy from the first part of this message, where you could have been giving and giving and giving to people and not really receiving back a lot of what you were giving out. Some of you may actually look back on that time period and you may realize that you were receiving a lot. Maybe not from those specific people, but you were receiving a lot. It was coming back to you either way, because that giving energy you were pouring out on the world was coming back. And so some of you could have tucked that giving side of yourself in the closet somewhere, thinking that somehow that giving part of yourself was the problem for everything wrong that was going on in your life. And now you're realizing that it's kind of like when I was talking about you stepping into your villain era and you were giving back what people were giving you. And then you were like, wait a second, this isn't me. This isn't who I want to be. I'm going to be me. No matter how many people tell me that it's wrong to be me, no matter how many people tell me that it's wrong to give, to love, to care, I'm going to do it anyway. They want you to come back to that energy of yourself. I am in a state of free-flowing energy. I am not blocked, and I do not block these energies. I am at peace and I surrender. Everything is as it should be. Everything happens as it should. Everything that happens is for my highest good in the long run. I release all the pain, the hardship, and the lack. I accept peace, abundance, and freedom. I am worthy. I matter. I belong. I am connected. I am at peace. I feel joy. I smile each day. I find gratitude and I express it. I am truly blessed. I live my life. I love my life. I am not afraid of death. I am not afraid of failure. I am not afraid of success. I know that I am strong. I know that I am wise. I know that I can do this. I know that I'm not alone. All my negative thoughts and beliefs have been released, and I am at peace. I am a master manifester. I know how it feels to be real, and being real becomes my life. So affirmations may help a lot of you as well. There's actually a lot of affirmation on YouTube. I actually have a couple affirmation videos myself. If you type in my name and affirmations, you should be able to find those. You are ready to be seen. You are no longer happy to remain in the world of invisibility that you have created for yourself. You are stepping into the spotlight. Do not run from the attention. Remember that you asked for this, and you worked hard to remove your mask and to reveal the light that is within. With great power comes great responsibility. So, there's going to be a lot more attention on you in the near future. There's going to be 45, 55. There's going to be a massive change going on. A massive change that's going to bring you a lot of success, a lot of recognition. It's going to bring in apologies. It's going to bring in love. It's going to bring in recognition. It's going to bring in a lot from this world around you. And you may be a little bit overwhelmed by it. Some of you could actually even be having trust issues still in some sort of way. And this could be affecting the way that you feel when this happens. You're being asked to remember that this is what you asked for, that this is what you wanted initially. Even if it didn't remain what you wanted, even if some of what you wanted had shifted or changed over time, your highest self wanted this and wanted the new energy to be flowing, and that's what's going to be happening. 46. For some of you, some of the numbers I'm reading off right at the moment could actually be ages. 54. Surgery. Watching you grow fills me with joy. Hearing your laughter after so long of grieving is so amazing. It's like music that calls to me, even on the other side. Know that I'm watching over you. I wish that I could reach out and touch you. To hug you would be like water to a man in the desert, as I know it would be for you as well. We will see each other again one day, but until then, live your life, because it brings me so much joy to watch your passion and your vibrancy. I went skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu, and I loved deeper, and I swore to keep her, and I took the chances I'd been denying. Someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying. 47 and 57. So some of you, there could have been somebody that you lost that you were feeling a lot of pain over losing. But this person, when you lost them, it caused this massive transformation inside of you where you were like, I only have so much time. And I need to start living my life for me. I need to start doing some of the things that I want to do, going some of the places I want to go. I need to stop worrying so much. I need to stop spending so much time in stress and fear. And I need to start spending more of my time in love with life before life is gone. The desert could be very important because it mentioned the desert in that card, but also that kind of reminds me of the desert as well, a little bit, or the mountains in wintertime. There could be a Christmas present that's going to be coming in for you that's going to be very important, or something could be getting ready to happen before Christmas, 8/19/22. Something that could have been started in August of this year or last year could actually be bringing a lot of joy and a lot of happiness around Christmas time to your life. Safe and sound. So protected, so connected. Doesn't matter who's around. Divinely guided, I stay ground. My energy can't be taken anymore. I have closed that door. When you walk the path I chose, you don't worry about the foes. Those in power got your back. You will never be in lack. Open your eyes to truly see. With faith, you are truly free. 6/26/22. And sometimes it can be really easy to get out of that energy. 2/22. Rishima's 2/22 is out again. It can be really easy sometimes to get out of that energy, to stop feeling that faith, to stop feeling that joy, to stop feeling like you're connected or you're protected, to start feeling like the people around you can take from you, the people around you can stomp on you or use you or abuse you, and nothing's going to be done about it. But then we get back into this energy again of, my energy can't be taken anymore. I have closed that door. When you walk the path I chose, you don't worry about the foes. You know those in power got your back, and you will never be in lack. So it doesn't matter what anybody around you is doing. The only thing that matters is what you're doing and what you're choosing. And a lot of times when you choose the path of a light worker, you're not going into light spaces. You're going into dark spaces. You're going into dark spaces and you're increasing the light within those dark spaces. You are highlighting the light inside of those dark energies, and you're bringing that light to the surface. That's what a healer does. That's what a light worker does. You're not looking for the people that are already healed. What kind of healer are you if you're looking for the people that are already healed to heal? There's not even any healing to do there. But sometimes we can get stuck in this energy of feeling like we're drowning or we're going to be overtaken by the darkness that surrounds us. And that's never going to happen, not with your energy. Pride goeth before a fall. This one's all messed up from getting all wet over here. But if you really want to hear the poem, you can check out Dee's StoryTime. There's a link for it in the description box. Hanging on to pride, that's not a very fun ride. Holding it tight, does it hold you right? Say sorry to the ones that you love. Bring peace and be the dove. Transformation calls to you now. Be humble and take a bow. It's amazing the strength you receive when you allow the glow of... It's amazing the strength you reign when you allow the glow of cleansing rain. Weakness is not what sorry entails. Strength is the one who can adjust his sails. Admit you took the wrong course. You bought the cart as the horse. Played the part for all around. Inside your truth can be found. Don't allow the war to go on. It's time to rise above a pond. The little guys are the most important. If there is something that you're feeling like maybe you made the wrong decision in, maybe you made the wrong choice in, maybe you went the wrong direction in, it's time now to let people know how you feel about it. It's time now to apologize. It's time now to come clean. It's time now to step up to that plate and be the leader. And there's been plenty of times where I've made that same mistake in my life, where I bought people's lies or, didn't really listen to my intuition in that moment, or where I decided to go down a path that just was not the right path and had to climb my way out. So there might be some area of your life where it's time to do that. I actually, earlier this year, there was a moment where I started crying and apologizing and kind of almost begged for forgiveness. What the fuck good is pride if it blocks you from the people that you love or living the life that you want to live simply because you can't open up your heart and give? Sit all alone with that pride, or you can rise up and do what's right. When you realize that you were wrong in a certain situation, or that things weren't all that you thought that they were, or all that they appeared to be. There's nothing wrong with admitting that and allowing people to see the vulnerable parts of yourself. Be true to who you are. The beauty inside is overflowing. The real you will get you far. Look at the seeds of life you're sowing. What will you reap from the life of a sheep, when instead you could flourish if you choose to take and nourish the real you inside, who is looking for a solid new ride? So there could be something that you started in 2019. There could be something that you started with a specific person as well that just was not what you thought it was going to be. It could have been something that you really felt very strongly about. And it could have ended up being something that was like the worst thing that you ever could have done. And now's the time to let people know that. Now's the time to come clean and be who you truly are. Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Mermaid. There could have been some area where you were being shallow or where you weren't diving deep enough to see what was underneath. There could have been an area where you were being cold. There could be secrets that you're hiding inside about the way that you feel about certain people. For some of you, you could have been feeling like you were being attacked by a certain person, and it could have been somebody else altogether that was launching these attacks. For some of you, you may have actually even cut off somebody that had nothing to do with any of the bad things that were going on in your life, and you may be being called now to make amends in some way. This is the way that you're going to shine. This is the way that you're going to stand out. This is the way that you're going to be on top, is by taking these steps that you're being nudged to take. X, O, L, T, D, old, told, Z, E, toll. Something could be taking a toll on you, or there could be a fee to pay to go down this road that you're wanting to go down, and that's the fee. L, W, P, power. L, tell. It's time to tell. H, A, dozen. Haze, lays, tase. G, J, N, Z. I have a taser, and somebody tried to convince me to tase them with it a couple months ago. I was like, there's no way I'm tasing you with it. Tase yourself if you want somebody to tase you. I don't want to be tased with it. Why would I tase you? Doll. Doxy. Dallas. Gold. What popped in my mind when I said gold was Rumpelstiltskin from Once Upon a Time. Boy, he sure does make things look good, doesn't he? But at the end of the day, anybody who makes a deal with him regrets it. Plane. Pad. Japan. Had. It could be something to do with traveling as well. Haze. Like everything's been really hazy and it's been really hard to see clear. What's funny? China, the biggest reason that they've been lowering the emissions more than anybody else in the world is because they actually have big old screens inside of places that show what the sky looks like behind all the haze, because you can't even see it. And they've realized that to lower depression and things like that, being able to see the sky helps with that. This country could really learn a few lessons from them, because this country is kind of refusing to lower their emissions. Oh, nothing's wrong with it. Nothing happens because of it. They're just a bunch of liberal dumbasses and bleh, and all kinds of other bullshit that they want to spew out. Except we can look at other places and we can learn lessons from that. Or we can learn them the hard way. Kind of like the fact that a lot of Americans at this point are becoming severely overweight and are sitting on their TV or sitting on their couch watching TV and playing video games all day, every day. China already went through that too. And now they're getting kids back out there and getting them exercising and getting them doing active things again and all that kind of stuff. It's like the movie WALL-E when all the people are inside that spacecraft and they're all like 500 pounds rolling around on their little chairs. Really. We used to be the most forward-moving nation, but then again, we also used to take a lot of lessons from a lot of other places too. History can teach us valuable lessons, and so there's something in your history that could be teaching you a valuable lesson at this time if you choose to explore it. Holding pattern, hold, placing someone on hold, placeholder, plaid, Dow. The stock market could be something important too. Jane Doe. LOL. Plain Jane. So some of you could have as well tried to like change your image so that you weren't invisible anymore. And you might have actually transformed into something that is even less than you, or less you, instead of transforming into something that is more you. No, quit chewing on stuff. Quit that. Look at that. Oh, sad baby. Oh. Let's see what else we have in here. Union calls. My love for you never seems to die. I really don't see a reason to lie. I wish you saw what I see in you. Listen to my voice, it speaks true. You think that you're mired in darkness, I know, but please accept my healing flow. Cleansing rain finds you now, no more pain etched in your brow. Waterfalls crashing down, in your eyes I'd happily drown. Ain't no place, for no hero is right. Saving myself is out of sight. No more fear holding me back, there is nothing that we lack. So this goes back to that saving yourself thing where in this other poem, it's talking about you being safe and sound. Fear could be causing you to feel like you need to save yourself in some sort of way, that you need to run away from some situation. But there's no reason that you need to run away from this situation because of the darkness that is in the person that is looking at you. Because that darkness can be found within yourself as well. Because everyone that we come across is a mirror in some way. Is a reflection of who we are and what's within us. Not only that, but nobody's ever going to be perfect, period. That's just the way it is. Nobody's ever going to be perfect. Everybody has good within them, and everybody has bad within them. People pleaser, hide and seek. Oh, there's a movie called Hide and Seek, where it actually turns out that the father is the killer the whole time. Judgment, Seven of Pentacles, Justice, and the Hierophant. Patient with something that you've been diligent with, and you may have questioned it a lot. You may have questioned your judgment. You may have questioned the judgment of others, but justice is going to be coming in some sort of situation for you. And a lot of this is because of the lessons that you've learned along the way. Eight of Pentacles, Justice again, and the King of Pentacles. Somebody wants to take care of you. Somebody wants to provide for you. Somebody wants to be there for you in some way. Somebody has chosen to no longer be a people pleaser, but to build something that is strong, stable, and solid for themselves, regardless of what anybody thinks or how anybody feels. And that hard work, that effort, that energy, that time that you have put in is getting ready to pay off. Somebody may even want to provide for you in some way so that you can continue working on what you're working on. But it's going to take you releasing your judgment and letting go of the past and allowing things to be what they are in order for this to come in. You've been working your ass off for so long, and somebody's been watching from the outside as you've been doing this. And somebody wants to make some sort of sacrifice to create an easier or a more accessible way of being for you in some way. But yeah, this is definitely going to require that pride to go to bed, that pride to go to sleep. It's going to require you to forgive, and it's going to require you to release the past and to let go of what was in favor of what can be or what will be. Somebody definitely is very committed to you and very committed to creating a very strong, solid foundation with you. But they were not perfect in the past, and they did not act right in the past. That doesn't mean that they haven't learned their lesson, just like you have learned your lesson, and you won't allow people to treat you the way that you've allowed them to treat you in the past. So that's what I have for today's reading, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you guys had to say about it, whether or not it resonates, what you might be going through, all those kinds of good things. And if you guys did enjoy this, remember to support the channel in the ways that you can. Liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, leaving timestamps, donations, super thanks sticker, making purchases, everything that you guys do to support this channel and my work. I am so appreciative of you guys. Thank you so much for that. And thank you as well to our guides and our ancestors for bringing the messages that we needed to hear. 411. There's some sort of missing information that's going to be coming to you in the near future as well. There might have actually been a court case or something like that in the background that's been going on that you don't know about. Or some sort of injustice has been righted and you didn't even know it until it gets revealed to you. Hi S&O. Nice to see you. We are just getting ready to take off. So thank you guys once again. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.